How's that? Can you hear me? But now I'm hearing multiple coming from my phone, even though it's muted. What the hell? Okay, maybe I just turn this one off completely. This. How about that? How do I not get an echo here? Hello. I might just be getting echoed all the time. Let's see. How can I do this? So technically, I shouldn't even be getting any audio from the Hello? Still hearing myself. But that doesn't sound as bad. Ugh, this is so annoying. So I'm using my phone for the camera, but then I wanted to use this audio, but then I was getting a bigger echo. So I turned it off. So I still hear myself on my phone, even though I muted the phone, and the volume is, it should be muted, but I keep hearing myself somehow. So, let me see this. Okay, how about now? You hear me? Testing, testing. This might be it. Give me a yes. Give me a no. Hello. Okay, cool. We got it. Sorry about that, y'all. Anyways, yeah, as I was saying, and sorry, it just keeps readjusting the focus. It's just maybe if I don't even have my lighting up or anything, so that's probably not helping matters. I just wanted to jump on here because it's been a while. A lot has happened in the 2 months that I've taken this little hiatus. So yeah, the first month was largely due to just work and just crazy schedule. Lots of projects thrown my way, It was to be expected though. I kind of knew that I was gonna have to do that. But yeah, it was pretty chaotic. But then my dog, Benji, started getting sick. I had gone down for Mother's Day to see my mom, and things just went downhill from there. So I posted on Instagram, but on here as well, that unfortunately I had to say goodbye to my Benji Wenji. And I know you guys knew him through this channel and you guys loved him. So I wanted to kind of do a little, memorial type of, it's not going to be the whole show, just kind of wanted to tell you guys about it. And it's taken me quite a bit now, a few weeks to even talk about it because he was my buddy for 13 years. And yeah, he's been with me through thick and thin. So it was really hard. It was really hard. And I had talked about it on this channel, like, I don't know, a couple times, just kind of, telling you guys how I was worried, and because he had been slowing down, like I want to say this past year or so. So I kind of had a feeling that this would be my last year with him. And I was pretty vocal about that. And I just didn't think it would happen this soon. And you know what they say too with dogs, it like from one day to the next, it's very drastic depending on their illness. But Benji was diagnosed with kidney disease. It was for his age, it was pretty bad. They had really high numbers in his labs for certain areas, and yeah, it was pretty devastating. Even though, like, you know, at that age, anything, literally just one thing could go wrong, and that's it. And that's the scary part of having a senior dog. You know, it's that constant anxiety. But yeah, the one thing I am happy about is that we were with my mom. Like I had family around me, and he did too. And I actually opted to have the send off at my mom's in her backyard, which he loved. So that was a really special thing. And I got to spend like 2 days out there, like we were just laid out in the grass, you know, just relaxing and enjoying, you know, our last few days with him. And it was sad but peaceful. And yeah, I'm gonna miss him so much. I have drinks. I have drinks, but I want to cheers to. Sorry. It's hard, you know. He was my best bud. So, yeah. He will be missed, and I don't know what else to say. Just loved him to death. He was the best dog anyone could have ever asked for. Just always down for adventure. And, you know, it's one of the hardest things you could ever do, too. Like, it's traumatic in a lot of ways. And I don't know. I don't know how anyone could ever do it. I did it, but honestly, it feels like a freaking nightmare. Like, it doesn't even feel real. Like, sometimes I swear he's just in the other room, you know? It's just this weird feeling. Yeah, it's a surreal thing, especially the aftermath. But yeah, I'm doing okay though. As you can see, I still get teary-eyed. But he's in a good place now, no longer in pain. And yeah, just grateful to have had him for so long. You know, when I found him, he was a stray. Found him in the streets of Eastvale, California. And man, it's crazy because that week I remember telling my ex, I'm like, I really want a dog. And we were going to go start like hitting up some pet shops and stuff. And we never did because lo and behold, we found Benji out like in my mom's neighborhood. And we put up signs and everything. Nobody claimed him. I posted on, at the time, Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace, and nobody claimed him. No responses. So, yeah, we kept him, and he was just such a loyal boy, such a loyal, good, like, I didn't even have to like train him or anything. Like he already was like such a good little boy. Like I never had issues with him. He never chewed anything. He was not hyper. He never humped anything. He never had accidents inside. I didn't even have to train him to go inside or to go outside. Like he would always just tell me whenever he needed a walk, and we would just go. And such a good little boy, such a good sweet dog. I was so blessed. But yeah, just, you know, I'm going through it, guys. It's hard. It's really, really hard. Let's see who's in the chat here before I take this little shot. Circumstances, what's up? He says, who are our 135 UFC champs Sunday morning? I'm gonna go with Sugar, or my bad, O'Malley, because I think he's getting away from the Sugar persona. Gore, what up, Gore? Good to see you. Thanks for the audio heads up, guys. Gore says, I blame Fright Night Gremlins for the echo. Casey, what's up? Take advantage of the echo and do. Oh, I should have. I didn't see that in time. What's up, Aaron? Patrick, how's it going? Yeah, it really does. Like, I just can't. It's hard to even put in words because, you know, you just spend so much time with them, so many years, like, just insane. And he was my little shadow, so it's even weird just being here. Like I said, it doesn't feel real sometimes, and I don't know, just feels like those 2 weeks that all that happened just seemed like this prolonged kind of nightmare that I couldn't wake up from. But yeah, like I said, you know, I'm getting a little better, but yeah, just I want to cheers to Benj. Let me pour myself a little lemonade. He had so many different nicknames. I called him Benji, Wenji, the Wenge, Benji the Great, Benji of the Wenji. What else? Ben Hamon, Benjamin, of course, his normal name. Just so many things. And then he would attack my face sometimes with like licking me, and I just go, attack the Benji. Like, he loved that. He loved that. Like he was Godzilla or something. Anyways, so sorry I got so emotional. Actually, I'm not sorry. I mean, that was my buddy right there, you know? It's normal. So I got, what do I got here? My in space no one can eat ice cream little cup. Killer Clowns. Patrick says, no love without grief, no grief without love, or something like that. Yeah, that's a thing. I'm really trying to, like, you know, allow myself to feel things too, because it's not good to just try to like hide it either. If you're going through something, you know, it's good to just let it out and not sweep it under the rug as well. If anyone's going through that, you know, it's good to just cry it out sometimes. And yeah, okay, so let me cheers to my Benji Wenji with my little Brazil shot glass. We love you so much, Benj, and we miss you. I was really trying to be strong, but it did not work. It's all good. Like I said, it's good to feel things. I'm a Scorpio, guys. What do you expect? Yeah, cheers. Cheers to all the little fur babies out there that do so much for us. That's another thing with Benji. Like, when I found him, I never really thought of him as like, oh, a emotional support animal, or like, oh, he's good for my mental health. No, like, I was pretty young when I found him, so I just wanted to have a little doggy. And it wasn't until, I got a little older and like life just started going crazy, especially post-pandemic, was when I really like realized how much he did help me with like just getting through things, just having that little being next to you was always helpful. Through the pandemic, through my, oh, sorry for the focusing. It's my phone. There you go. Through, a canceled wedding, through my move here, which I struggled a lot with in the beginning. It was just a lot for me, and I just felt like it was hard to adapt up here. And he really helped me through that, because dogs make you get out of bed. They make you have a routine, and that's really good for you. Benji always made me get some vitamin D, which I'm in dire need of. So yeah, I love having a dog. And I know I will get another dog. So yeah, I'm just, like I said, grateful for Benji as my little companion all throughout that time. And yeah, but anyways, okay, so enough of Benji, because I'm going to start crying even more if I continue. Yeah, I wanted to just touch base with you guys, because it's been a minute. Something that has kept my sanity, though, has been horror movies. Go figure. Oh, God, this is really annoying. I got to figure out my camera situation after this, because that looks terrible. Patrick says, yeah, my dog Harley is 13 and she has become more and more important than I could ever. It really does hit you when they're seniors. You start kind of reflecting and stuff. And yeah, it's amazing, because you don't really, I hate to say it because I don't want to sound like ungrateful, but like when it's happening, when you're going through it like day to day, when they're younger especially, it's like you don't really see it as like, oh, they help you so much. It's like after time, and after like you maybe been through some things or whatever, is when you really kind of step back and see what they mean to you. And yeah, I did try to mentally prepare myself, though. It didn't work. It didn't work at all, as you can see. But I did. Like I said, I even talked about it a couple times on my lives, as I had him here on my lap. And yeah, it's just hard. It's hard, because you can kind of anticipate it, like, oh man, it might be this year, I don't know, like, but then when it happens, it's still so devastating. And I've had other dogs, but Benji was a little more special to me. And I don't know, I think he was like my little soul dog, because him and I just vibed. My old other dogs, I had a Shar-Pei who tragically died when she was only like 4, and that was really like traumatic for me too, because I was a kid when it happened. But I don't think, even though it was tragic and I loved her, like, it's different when you have a dog for so long. Like 13 years is insane when you think about it. Like I said, we're lucky to have them that long. But God, it's ticking time bomb, kind of like, oh God, when is this gonna happen? I don't want it to happen. So yeah, it's it's not easy having a senior dog, but at the same time, you should be grateful. Me and my dog aren't going to the vet. We are going to rent a Cadillac and go out like Thelma and Louise. I love that. That's amazing. Yeah. So it's funny that you say that because like right after my busy part of work that I was saying was like I got really busy and then the Benji thing happened. So right after that busy craziness, I had about like 2 weeks to just kind of chill. And I had been thinking about Benji and I'm like, man, he always struggled with winters and it wasn't great on his bones and he would struggle a little more with walking and stuff. And I could just tell he was in more pain. Oh shoot. Can you guys see me? Okay, sorry. It looked like it cut out for a minute. But yeah, so I had even been thinking like what if because I didn't want to see him go through another winter, to be honest, because like it did take a toll on him. So I was even thinking like, okay, maybe like end of fall, maybe I will like step in and do something, that I don't want to do. But like if he's gonna go through this amount of pain next winter, like I don't want to have to like I don't want to see him suffer like that. And I was thinking about that. And so when this all happened, see, I thought it was going to kind of turn for the better in spring. And for like 2 weeks there, he was like a little more lively. And I was like, oh, great, cool. He's back to his little normal self now. But then he went crashing down like that week of Mother's Day. So yeah, but yeah, I understand that sentiment of like you don't want to see them at their weakest, and that's what one of the vets we did have to go to the vet though this time because he wasn't doing well, and at first I thought he had like some kind of infection because he had like frequent peeing and like he was drinking a ton of water, which was abnormal for him. So I was like, oh, maybe if it's just kind of like a UTI or something like that, we can like take care of it with antibiotics. So that's why I took him initially. But then they're like, no, he has kidney disease. And they told us how dire the situation was. But they gave us meds to kind of hold us over for our like final decision on what we wanted to do, which there wasn't really another option. I mean, yes, we could have given him meds, but it would have just been like a Band-Aid essentially. So we would have to be administering it like every few days, and he would just go back down again after a couple of days. And at his age, also kidney disease is not reversible, so it's not like he would be getting any better. If anything, he'd be getting worse. So I did go to another vet for a second opinion. It wasn't so much because I didn't believe the first vet. It was mostly just for me to have that peace of mind post everything. And the second vet agreed with the first that the most humane thing was to let him go and she was like, don't feel guilty. Trust me, like you don't want to make him go through the last stage of this. It's not pretty. It's not going to be good for him. And that's all she had to say, because I love my Benji and my heart was broken just seeing him like that to begin with. He could barely walk. And tore me up because it was drastic too. Because like we took a walk before I left to SoCal, and he was all right. He was normal. By the time I got to SoCal, he couldn't even take a step outside to the backyard. Like his back legs just completely gave out on him. So that's how fast things were happening. And, you know, when you know too, that's another thing as a pet owner. You know, you know your baby for so long. It's like, yeah, there's that like intuition too, you know. Hey, Joseph, how are you? God, I'm so bummed I missed meeting you. Honestly, like that's another thing, guys. I had to cancel my trip to TFW, Texas Frightmare, because of all this. And you know, it sucks because I was very excited to go and I had planned it and booked everything. But I needed to grieve, and you know, I'm doing this right now because I feel okay enough to, and you guys already saw me like tear up earlier, but it was really freaking hard, guys. Like I'm not, that it shit is, again, I just would not wish that on anybody, but the thing I'll say is that like, as hard as this is, letting go and stuff, like I would do it all over again. I would do it all over again for all the happiness and joy he brought to my life in a heartbeat. But yeah, I was supposed to go to TFW this year to meet Joseph up there, or I should say down there. Man, you know, this con is freaking eluding me my whole life, dude. No, actually, like the past, ever since I've been on YouTube, basically, because I didn't even know about this con until I started following Joseph, to be honest, because he's like one of the bigger horror fans I know of, and he always talked about it. I was like, oh my God, I really want to go. You doing okay? Yeah, good. I did get to see a couple of your posts, so that's cool. What was your favorite thing at TFW this year? Hopefully I'll make it out at some point. Yeah, just kind of bummed. I'm going to take another one. Let's take one for Joseph, since we didn't get to meet him, unfortunately. But hey, maybe next year. I can't, dude. You don't even know, man. Every year it's like maybe next year. You know what? Apparently the universe has its own plan for me, which I've kind of accepted a little while back now. You know, I've surrendered. So you know, let things happen as they will. And I'm here. I'm a little bit of a mess right now, but I'll get back to it. You guys know I can recover from stuff. Cheers. Pink. To my buddy Joseph. Getting to get my American Werewolf in London poster signed. Woo! That's awesome. By the actors or the director? I don't even know. Who directed that movie? Ooh, that was a strong one, man. It's because I didn't have time to chill it before the live. So, you know, tequila not chilled is doable, but not preferred. So yeah, okay. So like I said, keeping my sanity was actually a couple things. I've been reading Dracula. I've had a copy of this copy. You guys aren't gonna believe this, for like probably like 10 plus years, probably like 12 years or something. I never read it. I just had it this whole time. So I started reading it. It's about time, no? I think so. So I'm only on chapter 3. So that's really good so far, by the way. Secondly, Swaggle House. He sent me his comic book, which I'm very eager to jump into. And this I am sorry about, because he sent this to me like right before all the chaos, and I have not jumped into it yet. But if you're watching Swag, thank you. I'm definitely gonna start this up very soon. Really excited. Looks really good. I love this cover of this one. The best. Sanity, Rise of the Occult. So yeah, pretty pumped about that one. Oh, and then movies. So I wrote them down because I knew I'd forget. Oh, the actors. Oh my god, that's awesome. I didn't even know they were doing like con circuit. That is so cool. Let me know if you posted that, because I want to check that out. My mom loves that movie. I might have to rewatch that soon, because it's been like ages. Good book. Enjoying it. Dracula? Oh yeah, I've been really enjoying it, actually. It's kind of funny because as I was reading it, especially was it the first chapter, I was like, this is actually hilarious. Like I was cracking up as I was reading it because, and I'm not exaggerating, like I was literally laughing out loud because when he goes to that little like inn or whatever, right before he goes to Drax's house or castle, it's funny how, since it's written in like journal form, you get to see how, I think his name's Harkins, the character. Yeah. Harker. Oops. I just dropped something. Harker. Yeah. How his reaction is to the townsfolk there. And they're all like, so like they're giving him the sign of the cross and stuff. And he's like, I don't know why they're doing this, whatever for, kind of thing. And it's just really funny because like I'm sure it wasn't funny like when the author wrote this, because it was like written in the 1800s, but now, like, if you know Dracula lore, it's like hilarious because you already know what he's getting into. So it's that like it's a different perspective that the audience has if you read it now. And I just find that pretty funny. It got me thinking about Dracula Dead and Loving It. And I'm like, oh, no wonder. That's probably like, I wouldn't even doubt if that was the like inspiration, if like somebody read it and they're like, this is hilarious. Let me make this spoof movie. I wouldn't doubt it. Comic book crackhead. Hey, what's going on? How you doing? What's new? CSV employee arrested. Good to know. Just recently binged Hard Eyes, Heretic, Cuckoo, and In a Violent Nature. Dude, you were on a roll. Did you get behind? You got behind last year, it sounds like. No, so did I, because I haven't seen Cuckoo or Heretic. I saw Hard Eyes and In a Violent Nature. Tell me what you think about all of them, please. I liked Hard Eyes. I thought it was fun. I thought it was a little too much of like a Scream wannabe, but it was still fun. I would watch it again. In a Violent Nature, I loved. And I think they're making a second sequel to that, right? And then Heretic, yeah, I need to watch those too, so let me know. What up, Tugun? How's it going? How's your whatnot hunting been like lately? Oh, thank you. We spent the first few minutes talking about Benj Wenj. I got a little emotional, but it's okay because I have my handy dandy tequila here. No, it's crazy because I'm like, okay, I think I'm good. You don't know how long I've been like trying to do this. And also, I'm sorry for those of you guys that are just jumping in right now. I'm sorry for this like crappy. I have my phone in place of like my normal webcam, and I have two different webcams, and tell me why both of them just do not want to work today of all days when I want to come back. It is what it is. I'm not going to get mad. I'm not. It's not worth it. But sometimes I think the universe hates me. Anyways, yeah, so I have my phone up here, which okay, still 63%. That's pretty good. And it's doing kind of a crappy job, but also I don't have my lighting up and everything, so that also affects it. It's having a hard time trying to track my face, but it's okay. I forgive it because it was a last minute thing. So anyway, yeah. Uh-oh, I heard a noise. Okay, no, it's just a notification on my phone. I'm like so freaked out right now. See how on edge I am right now? Just because like all this like, dude, sometimes tech really fails you when you need it the most. And I know that for a fact as a video editor myself. That's just how it goes. Comic book crackhead says, I got way behind. Heretic, love the first half, questioning religions. Okay. But the horror part was meh. Really? Okay. Cuckoo, is it Cuckoo? I think it's Cuckoo, right? Was interesting, but also fell apart halfway through. Good to know. Good to know. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Speaking of those, because I was also behind, another one that I had seen more recently was which one's the one with James McAvoy? Speak No Evil, I think it was. The one that had like they like really went overboard with the trailers. It was like I must have seen that thing like 100 times. It was so annoying. I finally watched it because I think it was on Prime or something. And it was better than I thought it was going to be. It kind of reminded me of like those 90s thrillers, but it was pretty good. It was a pretty good like popcorn flick. Patrick says, haven't picked up any comics lately. I have been buying these Naruto anime trading cards, trying to get a good card. It's a waste of money and ridiculous, really, but it's kind of fun. Dude, you can't really hate, right? Like, that's the thing. If you're having fun, it's entertainment too. You gotta see it that way. Yeah, that's kind of how I feel like with comics, to be honest, like older comics. I haven't really bought too many lately, but when I was doing like dollar hauls and stuff, like dollar bin diving and stuff, I always felt that too, where it was like, oh, I feel like I could be spending this money on other things. But I got so much joy out of it, and then just like reading them was awesome, even though they weren't like high value or anything. Like if you're getting joy out of it, I mean, that's cool. Even if you're gonna maybe sell it off again, you're still gonna get at least as much as you put in, right? Hopefully. Hopefully. If not, whatever, just sell it. You get some back. Too Good says, I'm out of control and whatnot. Too Good, you're my favorite. I can't help myself on all these deals I find on her. Good on you, dude. Good on you. Let me go get a liga real quick. Oh my God. I'm so happy that you're finding deals, dude. That's awesome. Sorry about that. Oh, that's cool. Let me know what your coolest pickup was and what price. I haven't been like buying as much because obviously with everything going on, like, I've just been a little more absent-minded. I'm not gonna like lie to you guys. You guys are my friends, so you guys know I don't really come on here as like, how do I explain it? As like a persona. Yes, JoJo's a nickname. Am I good? Okay. Yes, JoJo's a nickname, but my real name's Johanna. But, all right, I shouldn't say my real name. My full name is Johanna. But I consider you guys my friends. I don't really like coming on here and like putting up a front or like, this is how I am in real life. So yeah. I don't know where I was going with that. What was I gonna? Oh, so yeah, no, I don't know where I was going with that. Anyways, I can't help myself with all these deals. Yeah. What was I even saying? It just flew out of my mind. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. You guys see the real me. It's not a front. In a violent nature. I always wondered how can the killer catch up so fast, and I don't think I want to see that again. I get that. 100% I get that. Find it interesting that there was no score. I loved that aspect of it, actually. Okay. Yeah, the guy was going so slow the whole time. But I felt like that kind of added a little to the like, where is this going? Like the mystery of it a little bit. Like, oh man, like there's no urgency and he like just knows, what he's doing kind of thing is kind of creepy. It's creepy in and of itself. Also, if you think the universe hates you, it doesn't. You're just in the wrong universe. That makes a lot of sense, Patrick. That makes so much sense. Thank you for that. Yeah. I think you're right. Her Eyes is fun for a romance comedy with Scream vibes. Exactly. I think it went a little too hard on the Scream vibes, though. That's my thing. It's like the ending also was super predictable, the ending. But, I'm not going to hate too hard because I had fun with it. I really did. Also, come on. Devon Sawa, like, killed so fast. Please, can we get a recurring character? Like, what? Loved Where Evil Lurks last year. Oh yeah, dude, that one was amazing. Amazing. I still haven't had seen a horror since Terrifier 3. Still feel like I can taste that movie somehow. And it's not good. That's the best way to describe that, to be honest. I have a friend, oh my God, I have a friend who she doesn't like horror, but tell me why she watched Terrifier 3. And look, I like the Terrifier movies, especially 1 and 2. 3 it's good, but it's not the best one, right? And I was like, why did you watch the third? Because she hadn't seen first and second. I'm like, why did you watch the third one? And she's like, I don't know, it was just on Prime or whatever. I'm like, damn, dude. Like, you can't just go into it like that, But The third one, yeah, it's they kind of veered off in a different direction that I mean, I was okay with, but there were certain things about it, especially involving the brother, that I did not like. But I'm always appreciative of like gore like that. Um, which is something my friend was like, I can't do gore. I'm like, why did you watch Terrifier 3 then? um, yeah, it's funny. But yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. That's all. You were saying how much you needed to see Fright Night after ignoring our recommendation. Oh, is that what flew out of my head? Maybe it was for good reason. Gore. Dot, dot, dot. Just kidding. No, it definitely needs a build up. Are you excited for Stranger Things? I should be more excited, but it took so long. I think I have to probably, you meant restart. Well, let me tell you, comic book crackhead. Let me tell you about Stranger Things. I have not seen it. Yeah, I know, right? I know. I was talking to my little niece, and she was even appalled. And she's like, a little kid. She's like, you haven't seen Stranger Things? I'm like, girl, give me a break. No, you guys know, those of you that have followed for years or whatever, you know how I do. You know how I do. So I usually wait until shows are over, like completely over, and then I binge them because yeah, girl, look, I can be so patient. I can be the most patient person in the world with other things. But when it comes to shows, no, I can't do it. I can't do the week to week. Or even like when they distribute it like the whole seasons, even that, like I don't want to wait that whole time and then watch the whole season and then what? I have to wait again. It's like I'm just so spoiled now with like I'll either like buy it on physical or just stream it. That's just the way it is for me. um I don't know why I'm like that, but I am. So I'm okay with it. If you guys are okay with it, I'm okay with it. Those kids have kids by now, right? Who who has kids right? Oh, Stranger Things kids? Probably. Yeah, that's the whole thing right now, right? Is like, wasn't there some controversy with 11, the girl that plays 11? I forget her name. Billy? Billy's her name, right? Billy Bobby Brown. Yeah. I like how I have to look up to access that part of my brain. But yeah, Billy, she's like older now. She's like 20, she's 21, right? And like guys are all going crazy over her, but then a lot of the population is like, no, she's still 11 in my eyes, that type of thing. I mean, I don't really have a take on that, but I just know it's drama. Do you ever start a show that is amazing and then it just falls apart for the last 2 seasons, but push through it all the time? So here's the thing. Like, I will binge it, but because I'm binging, I feel like I'm saving time. So that means since I'm kind of saving time, I might as well just watch the whole series, you know? Does that make sense? So it's like, in that sense, I'm a completionist with shows. It's like if I'm gonna watch the thing, like even if it starts off and I don't like it, I'm already gonna watch. I'm gonna watch it. The only one I've been kind of lagging on is American Horror Story, because the more I think about it, the more I don't like it. I I think the acting is superb in that, but there's something about the writing that I just don't like. And I think that it's a little too a lot of the camera work I is like nauseating to me, with their like angle, like their crazy angles and stuff. And I think that's kind of a deterrent for me. Even though I am a horror fan and I understand that that's part of it, part of the craft, it's like it's just hard to they do it so often. Maybe if they like calm down a bit, toned it down a notch, then it'd be better. But it's like they're constantly doing it and it gets a little repetitive and annoying. So I've been lagging on that series. I've watched the first 3, which were pretty good. And I'm on I think it's like the clown/circus one. That's the season. That's the season that's coming up. I just binged Dark Winds, not horror or comic related, but pretty good show. Which one's that one? I don't think I've heard of that one. She's married to Bon Jovi's son. Oh. Oh, Millie Bobby Brown? Oh, wow. Really? Is that who we're talking about? That's her name. Yeah. Dude, that's how much I do not follow celeb stuff. Like, even movie news, like I don't like following all that. I purposely try to like look, I do like announcements here and there. Like I like being excited for things, but I don't like getting super nitty-gritty into all that because I just feel like it well, first of all, I don't really care about like celebrities' personal lives, but I mean, I'm trying to think about it. Do I? Like sometimes I do, but sometimes I don't. Most of the time I don't. But I think with certain things, like with like Tom Holland and Zendaya, I think they're really cute as a couple. So it's like that kind of stuff I'm like okay with. But I don't need to know the nitty-gritty of it all, you know. Just like, oh, they're together, that's cute, you know. Let's leave it there. And then with like movie news, it's just too much for me. And I kind of miss the days where you didn't know shit about shit. And then you would just go into the theater and you just watch the trailer and you'd be excited because of the trailer and you didn't know certain movies were coming out. And then that's it. You just see the one trailer and then you go watch it whenever it tells you to go watch it. I miss those days, you know? I don't like the movie news because I don't like when I don't want to know when they're doing like takes, like extra. I'd rather know all that stuff, like the behind the scenes of it all and the drama and all that after the movie's out already. I always go back to Jaws. Like Jaws was notorious for having all those issues, production issues and stuff. But I guarantee you, if we had internet during those times, people would be bashing the shit out of that movie and don't watch it because there's so many like terrible things happening on set. But you know, I don't know. Sometimes I think like that stuff shouldn't really be at our like fingertips like that, you know. Gore says, I haven't seen Stranger Things either. Rewatched The Americans. Oh, I want to watch that. That's with Carrie Russell, huh? Been watching original Law and Order. That's on my bucket list too. Or watch list, whatever. Enjoyed Andor, which is another one on my list. Surprisingly, but I'm not a Star Wars fan. Oh, I like that, Gore. No, I like that. That's the one thing I do kind of like about Disney Plus Star Wars is even though not all of them are great, not all the Star Wars shows are great, like I still like the fact that they're kind of being experimental with genre. That part of it is cool, even though they're not like they don't have a great batting average or whatever, but it's still like, hey, at least they're trying certain different things, you know? But yeah, I still gotta watch Andor. I hear that's pretty good. That's because Andor was good and also not Star Wars. After I go on that huge spiel. Oh God, this is hilarious. You guys are cheering me up so much. Thank you guys. Pink. I missed you all, dude. Z. And whoever ladies are in the chat, which, let's be real, never. I mean, few and far between. All right, cheers. I will probably do a watch along tomorrow for UFC. As Circumstances was saying earlier. Going for O'Malley. Yes, long live Benj Wench. I just took the shot, but bink. Absolutely. I was gonna like put pictures up and stuff, but you guys, it's too hard for me right now. It's still kind of fresh. It's only been 3 weeks. So yeah, not gonna do that. Not gonna make this like a weep fest, you know. But I do have popcorn here. Dill pickle popcorn. I've already had this, guys. It's bomb. I got it at Bevmo. If you guys have a Bevmo, dude, I swear by this. It's so good. It's so good. You guys should try it. Rod. Good to see you, Rod. Thanks for checking in on me those days. Meant a lot to me. I know it. I know I kind of like lag on responding, but it was really tough for me to even talk. Or I had a lot of people also like wanting to check in, and it was a long list. And every time I have to talk about it, well, you saw earlier, like I get emotional. So it's really, it meant a lot though. It really meant a lot. And thank you. Thank you, Rod. And we have to get back to Geek Pulse definitely soon. I would say, are you free next Saturday? Let me know. Have you given anime horror a shot? Dude. So before shit got crazy with me, I shared this on my channel. I'm like, I'm gonna read this finally, except I felt bad because like this has been on my list for way longer. So I'm like, all right, let me do Stoker justice here. Let me just get to that real quick, and then I'll do this. But yeah, this is the only horror. Junju Ito is the only horror manga I really know of. So give me Rex, dude. Give me Rex. I am open to all the Rex. Gore says, oh, he's talking to Patrick. I lost interest with Return of the Jedi. You don't have to know anything about Star Wars to enjoy Andor. I watched it after learning Gilroy, the man behind Bourne, was behind. Oh, really? That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Because I hear it's more of like a political thriller. Have you seen The Wire on my top 10 favorite shows? Oh, no, I haven't seen it. Is it over yet? Because then if it is, I'll totally binge it. When it comes to Star Wars, it comes down to whatever floats your boat. And that's what's cool about it. That's what I'm saying, is like there's something for everyone. And even if there isn't, there's an entire library of like extended lore that you could dive into, which I have. In high school, I was all over that stuff. Like, it's awesome. I love Star Wars to this day. Now, has Disney, fumbled a bit with a couple of these shows? Yes, they have. Ahsoka being one of them. And going off of that, I do want to talk about Disney Plus shows because I have. So I think, I don't remember if I I think I mentioned in prior shows that I was watching Daredevil, right? So I finished the old Daredevil, the Netflix version. And I think overall, I liked the last season, but the first part of it was so boring. And that's the gripe I have with Disney Plus shows. The first season is always so boring, slow. And it's like every single show I've watched so far. And so here's the thing. I hadn't watched any Disney Plus shows until the past year or so when I finally subscribed. I watched which one? I watched a lot of the Star Wars ones, Obi-Wan and whatnot, Ahsoka, Boba Fett. I watched. Oh, come on! There you go. I watched. What else? Oh God, I can't think of the name right now. Oh my God, why can't I think of the name? Vision. WandaVision. The tequila's hitting me a little bit, y'all. WandaVision, I watched. And what else did I watch? Oh, recently, Jessica Jones. So all of them suffer from like first season, like snooze fest. That's all I'm gonna say. Like, it's just so bad, like initially. And then they get really good towards the end. Especially Jessica Jones. That thing went from first season, like, I'm like, dude, this is the most boring shit I've ever seen. And then she was kind of cool, like somewhat, like I could see where they were going with it, but she had no character. And then every once in a while she would have a cute, like little quip. And then it was like, all right, well, where are you going with that though? Like, I don't care about you. You have so much trauma and stuff, and you're like drowning your sorrows out with alcohol and stuff. I get it. Tequila. No, I'm not like her, okay? but it's like, dude, this is boring. I don't know. And then later on, it got really good. It just out of nowhere, it just started getting really freaking good. And I had a complete 180 with that show. And not just that one, I felt the same way about WandaVision. WandaVision was going nowhere. I feel like it was just mundane. Almost like, I don't know why am I watching this? Like, this is so, like, okay, like, old show, cool, Lucy style. Okay. Last 3 episodes. 3. That's it. We're good. But they were good. And that's what is so hard about being a Disney Plus subscriber. Is that they give you crap until the end. it's hard for me to get invested in Andor because I know he dies in Rogue One. Yeah, that's a problem with prequels in general. You already know what's going to happen, you know? I think you kind of have to like detach and enjoy the journey, as cheesy as it sounds. You know what I mean? That's the whole thing. The best prequels I've ever watched happen to be shows, which is very surprising. Can you guys guess? Actually, is it one or two? The best, okay, I'll just say it. The best prequel I've ever seen is a show, and it's Better Call Saul. Best prequel. Hands down. Patrick, yes, I am. I have two of them. I was like, should I sell it? I should have sold it back then, to be honest. I just love it so much. I just love Ahsoka so much, though. And I love Ahsoka, to be honest, like pre-Rebels. Because I feel like in Rebels, she was a little too stoic for my taste. I like spunky Ahsoka, you know? I like Rebel Ahsoka. I don't like, and I don't mean Rebel, but like Star Wars Rebel, but just in general personality type, you know? It does make Rogue One hit harder though. That's exactly the thing, is like, you have to kind of go into it. Yes, you know he's going to die, but it almost makes it a little more impactful because you know that already, you know? And that's why Better Call Saul is good too. Same reason. Bevmo and Total Wine, Toys R Us. Dude, so I have not been able to find this popcorn. Basically, like, who named, like, what brand is I've been trying to find it, and I could only find it at Bevmo. I don't know if it's like local or what, but it's so freaking good. Is that I bought the other one too. So I had the pickle one before and I loved it. So that's why I got that one. But I saw that they had a white cheddar. So I had to get this one too. Come on, you guys. You guys. Your girl likes popcorn. Gee, Patrick. Mm-hmm. It's over on HBO Max. Has teenage Michael B. Jordan. What do you mean? That was a Perry. What do you mean? Where is it? Where has Perry been? I haven't seen him in a bit. When we lost our boy Solo, Trish did a dope Stray Dogs blank cover sketch for him, on or for us. So kind. Oh, I was out here thinking like, wait, when we lost Harrison Ford, but no, I understand. You had a pet named Solo. Wow, that is so sweet. I love that. No, Trish is a real one. I did a couple of shows with her on Nearing Nirvana. She's like real people. She's cool. I like her. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Except for the Acolyte, that is for no one. JK, nobody threw a hissy fit. I haven't seen Acolyte, but I believe you. Hey, Swag. So I don't know if you were here from the beginning for my Cry Fest, but also I do have your comics here. Here's one of them. And I'm so sorry I haven't gotten around to it yet, but I will be doing a review. I'm going to read it and review it. I haven't gotten to it because of all the shit show that's been happening lately. But thank you so much for sending those to me. And yeah, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. The cast is impressive looking back. Which cast? The Wire is a favorite of John's Comics Kids. It is a good series, and yes, it is done. Okay, cool. I will binge that. Probably. Ooh, okay, so the reason why I'm binging mostly Disney Plus shows is because I want to get caught up with Marvel. Because honestly, Marvel kind of stinks lately. So I'm just trying to like get it over with. I got She-Hulk next. I'm watching Luke Cage currently. I told you guys I watched Jessica Jones. Dude, that show was going really good. It's so sad that it got canceled. But yeah, first season was so bad. Second and third were good. Luke Cage, I'm like I'm like in the middle. So far a little better than Jessica Jones in the first season, so I'm giving it a chance. But there's only 2 seasons, and then I gotta watch The Defenders, and then I gotta watch what else? I gotta get caught up on. Yeah, like I said, She-Hulk. I don't remember what else is. Oh, Captain America. The Captain America series. I don't know if they have 2 seasons or not, but I've not been even watching them in theaters either. So, like the new Captain America movie that came out, not watching it or didn't watch it. And yeah, I'm just like waiting to kind of get caught up. You know what I mean? Blame it on the You know it. Better Call Saul. The best. Dude, that show is better than Breaking Bad. Fight me. Yep, Better Call Saul. Mm-hmm. All the corn. Dude, I'm telling you, Dickle. Dill pickle. Not Dickle. Maybe it's the same thing. Same difference. Oh, man. This is probably my cue to stop, right? No, we still got 47%. So if you guys just jumped in, sorry, this stream looks like crap today. For some reason, my 2 different webcams they're not reading on my little USB hub. So I think it's because I updated my OS. I'll troubleshoot that shit later, or I'll just get a new webcam. Anyways, this is my phone right now. And yeah, sorry about that. Anyway, look on the back of the popcorn and see where it's from. Good call. Philadelphia. Big Remo. Shouts out. Yeah. Okay. Bevmo. This is from Philadelphia, but this is the best dill pickle I've ever had. Seriously. Oh. Seriously. Probably from Iowa. No worries, totally understand. That's on my that's like priority right now. So thank you so much, Swag. Appreciate you. I like the actor that plays Luke Cage. He's in that evil show that ran for a few seasons. I don't know this evil show. What the heck? Is it bingeable? Count me in. Ups. Close enough. Dude, I'm never gonna live this down. Ditko? I'm dead. How many people are in here? 7. Thank God. Only 7. Sorry, I can't keep. I need to stop. Basically, oh shit. Your secret is safe with us. Thank you guys. I appreciate y'all. I'm telling you guys, you guys are my friends. I've already been here an hour and 18 minutes. Wow. I'm dead. You know what? I will try the flavors. You know what? Dickles are delicious, okay? I don't care what anyone says. Dickles are my favorite. Okay? Quote me. Anyway, all right. So I've given you guys an update. I'm going to keep reading Drac, but I'm going to read Sanity on the side. And then me and Rod, I'm going to catch up with him and see if he wants to do a Geek Pulse next weekend. See if he's cool with that. What else? Oh, so I got to watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre in 16 millimeter. I shared this on Instagram recently, and it was awesome. So that really got me on a TCM kick. So I'm going to be watching. So I watched part 2 already last night. I'm going to be watching the whole franchise and then doing a ranking on them. Shouts out to Carlito, because I always shout him out whenever I do a ranking, because he's the one that made me do that to begin with. But now I just do it, just to do it. But yeah, no. I also want to do a Hunger for Horror soon. Just talking about the latest horror movie releases that have been coming out. That, I got to, that was one of the things I actually did when I was away, was watch some horror movies, which was very, very helpful to me. Sinners was one of them. Until Dawn, Final Destination, and was it Bring Her Back? Is that the A24 one? I think so. Anyway, gonna be talking about those in my next Hunger for Horror. So stay tuned. And let's see what Patrick's saying real quick. How do they get such robust taste in Dickles? You know what? Dickles is my favorite. It's my favorite flavor. I'm dead. You guys, oh my God. I think the one with Jessica Biel is my favorite chainsaw film. I love that one, dude. That's the remake. Love, 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 love. But I haven't seen Beginning. I haven't seen the prequel to that one. So, gotta watch that. And I think like 2 others. So, yeah, gonna be doing that. If any of you guys want to join me in that, let me know. And then we can do a ranking together. That'd be fun. But until then, looking forward to your horror reviews. Thank you, dude. It's just hard. It's just hard right now. I have a little more time on my hands now, so hopefully I can do it, but I can never make promises with my job, unfortunately. It's just so kind of sporadic. You know how it is. But I'm losing light here. You can tell. You can tell. It's getting shadowy. Yeah. See you guys. Love you all. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate you guys. Like I said, you guys are friends. I come on here to I don't come here to put up a front. I come here to hang out. And yeah, with the whole Benji situation, it was hard. And it's just, I don't know. It's time, though. I feel okay enough. So thank you guys for listening. And yeah, love you guys. Hope you guys have a great rest of the weekend. And I will chat with you tomorrow. I'm going to do a UFC live watch along. So I'll probably start at 7 p.m. PST. So keep an eye out for that. Nothing but love for you, JoJo. Thank you so much, Pedro. I really appreciate you. Again, appreciate all of you guys. And I'm sorry for the lack of content, but again, kind of not sorry. And as friends, I know you guys will understand that, But this isn't a job for me. You know what I mean? This is my hobby. It's something I like to do. It's something I like to do when I'm feeling happy. And that's why I have to step away sometimes. And I know you guys understand that. Because, here you guys are in the chat and I love you guys. So thank you so much. All right. See you guys tomorrow. Later.